I had a man bring a gun into my store today, and I don't sell guns. So as soon as I saw it, I immediately got nervous until it come around the corner and I realized that like an 80-year-old 5'3" man was holding this gun. He walked right up to the counter where I was standing at, and he threw that gun up on the counter. He said, "Mr. Russian, I know you've been looking for one of these guns." I know. As soon as he said it on the counter, I knew what kind of gun it was, because I guess he watches my videos, because I've mentioned it multiple times. The only gun that I'm missing out of my Browning A5 Belgian-made collection is the Sweet 16, and that is exactly what's currently sitting on my counter in my store. I told him, I said, "Buddy, I don't sell guns." He goes, "I understand that, Mr. Rushing, but I know you've been looking for this gun, and I'm hoping that you would make a deal with me. You see, Mr. Rushing, this was my daddy's gun. He gave it to me, and my grandson has gotten really into hunting, but he doesn't have the proper jackets and base layers and warm clothing and stuff in order to weather the storm out there. And I don't make a whole bunch of money no more. I make just enough for me and my wife to live on. And my grandson doesn't have a dad. His father, the guy told me, said his father's running around here somewhere, but as far as having a dad, he ain't no dad to that boy." I said, "Well, how can I help you, sir?" He said, "Well, I'm hoping, because you've been looking for this gun for years and I have one, that maybe we could work out some kind of a deal where I could give you my daddy's gun, and in return I could get some stuff from my grandson to go hunting with." He said, "Would you be open to that?" I said, "Absolutely I am. I've been searching for this gun for 15 years. Absolutely I will." So I set the gun behind the counter, and we went walking around the store, and I got his grandson early season camouflage, late season camouflage, boots, thermals, socks, grunt calls. I ran over to my case and I got one of my favorite Burris scopes out of it. I put it with the pile and everything, and as we were walking back up to the front of the store, I asked him, I said, "Sir, does your grandson need anything else?" And he was so thankful. He said, No, Mr. Rushing, no. This is more than I ever could have imagined. Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, man, look, this is for your grandson. This is fine." And we came back up to the counter, and like I said, I had already set the gun behind the counter in order to like walk around the store with him and whatnot. And he set all of his stuff up on the counter, and I started putting it in bags and stuff for him. And he pulled out a piece of paper out of his pocket, and it was a bill of sale that he already had drawn up. Like, it had his name, the serial number, the model of the gun, who he was selling it to. He already signed it. The only thing left to do was just for me to sign it. And so, I mean, I signed that paper so fast, it was ridiculous. And I left and I went and made a copy for him and me. And I gave him one back and everything. And